Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new episode of Discovering Steven Universe. Today, today's recording is taking place a lot later than I thought it would. Today is actually the first day of 2019. Yay! Which I had hoped to do some more recording for Discovering Steven Universe sooner, but obviously that didn't happen. So tonight, at the very least, I'm hoping to get a couple of videos here recorded for you all while I try to regain some form of balance in my life and with also the channel. So, today I'm going to be watching Now We're Only Falling Apart and What's Your Problem? And I can only assume that based on what happened in the previous video, that we're going to be dealing with some fallout from what happened. So without any further ado, let's get right into it in 3, 2, 1, go! Now I am curious, will they update the intro? Well, for a variety of things, but also the fact that Connie's hair is much shorter now.
Let me get this straight. Garnet?
Uh-oh.
Rose.
Oh,
she
no.
lied to us. She lied about everything. No, you couldn't have known. You never know what's going on. That's what I'm for. Sapphire.
Oh, no.
I never looked into her. We'll go and get Sapphire. Okay.
Oh, no. Poor Ruby.
Maybe she's here.
Aw. Oh, that's so cute.
Could you imagine that running a college to help my dad? Down here.
Oh.
This is incredible! Sorry, my quartz. Hey, fellow Amethyst guard.
So, she's definitely very childlike, but in a way, it's like there's not a lot of difference, at least so far, of what we've been told about Rose Quartz. It's like she's very loving.
All right, my diamond. I love fusion activate. I thought, if a root, please don't ever stop.
Oh.
This is very not allowed. Right away. Ruby, I'm so sorry. Where? Huh?
Huh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, 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 take it back to where it was. There we go. So, getting a lot of information here that, I mean, obviously they couldn't share it for a long time, but, So, the answer, oh, no, wait, was it the answer? I feel like it was, the episode for Answer where Garnet, told Steven about how Sapphire and Ruby met and they came to form Garnet. If I'm getting the episode name wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's right. And just all the backstory we got here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I guess I imagined Pink Diamond being different based on what we experienced in Jungle Moon. Pink Diamond was just very childish and bratty, and I don't know, at the same time, it seems that Pink Diamond never really knew anything other than what life was as a diamond, being around Blue Diamond and Yellow Diamond. It doesn't seem like she ever had any actual interaction with White Diamond, unless that, you know, that's just not being revealed yet. But Huh. And I know I commented on this during the actual reaction portion, but it seems like a lot of what we've been told about Rose Quartz is still accurate for Pink Diamond herself. I mean, it's the same person, but she wasn't necessarily ever malicious. She, like, when she really wanted a colony, it's because she's a diamond, and the other diamonds all have their colonies, so I should have one too. And she's clearly the youngest of all of them, so... And maybe she was the only one that ever got to truly see the colony, to go down and see the colony before just the very strict mindset that is part of Yellow Diamond, Blue Diamond, and I assume White Diamond was ever instilled in them. It's like, you know, they probably just stayed where they were. It's clearly they don't seem to have been as childlike at any point that we've been shown so far. But Pink Diamond still had enough of that childlike wonder, that immaturity, that when she did go down to see the colony, it's like she wanted to see more. She wanted to experience more. And through that, like, it's not because of her childlike wonder, but her childlike wonder allowed her to take in what she was seeing. She didn't see it as just a colony. She didn't see it as an ends to a means. She saw these things as, this is life. This is what is on Earth. And by taking this away, we are destroying that. Destroying life that already exists in order to create our gem army, to create our soldiers, to create the colony. And so yeah, I felt like my opinion of Rose and Pink Diamond in general was going to change the more I learned, but in reality, I feel like it just sort of more instills what I already believed. Now, even Pearl herself said that what Rose did, or what Pink did, may have been selfish. And she used another descriptor that I can't remember off the top of my head. But she did it because she truly did care about Earth. She truly did want to protect Earth because of how her eyes had been opened in not only experiencing life down there, but in changing her form. It allowed her to see outside of the world as she knew it, of her life as she knew it. And I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. And it's a huge parallel, in my opinion, to how experiencing more of the world, experiencing more of life, can change some people that are so set in their ways. You know, a lot of people in older generations get this... They often get stereotyped by younger people, including myself, that, you know, it's like, that's just the way they are, they'll never change their ways. And, I mean, to a degree that's true, but that's because they've never, well, oftentimes, they haven't had a chance to see life outside of their bubble. Usually it's because they've stayed in one place, or if they have gone different places, they haven't gone outside of their bubble. And so many people, when they do go outside their bubble, even if it doesn't change them, it gives them a new perspective. They've seen new things, and it allows them to better empathize or understand, possibly, what other people go through, what happens in the world outside of what they're used to. And that's exactly what happens with Pink Diamond in this episode, through this story. So I absolutely love that they portrayed it, because that's such a big lesson for young people who, you know, very often, so many young people, they only know what has been around them. But not only young people, but again, older people as well, that it's still possible to see more, to understand more. And even if it doesn't change you, it gives you the ability to see more than that which is within your bubble. I apologize if I might be rambling there a little bit, but I love what happened in this episode. Now, just some of the things I wrote down here. It seemed like Amethyst was kind of taking everything in stride. It was kind of like, okay, so Rose was Pink Diamond. She had pink sword, pink shield, pink lion. Okay, whatever. But with Garnet, clearly it was a much bigger thing because Amethyst didn't come around until after the Gem War, whereas Garnet, Sapphire, and Ruby came around in the beginning, or well, very near the beginning, before like the true fighting really broke out. So clearly that affected Sapphire more, and I mean, she said it herself. It's like Rose taught her to believe in a future that Sapphire couldn't see. And from Sapphire's perspective, that's because she had been lying to them. But obviously through what we learned from Pearl in this episode, that's not entirely true. And it wasn't a lie. It was, well, maybe as, I guess it was Sapphire put it near the end, but the others weren't following Rose so much as because of what Rose saw in Garnet when Ruby and Sapphire fused all those millennia ago. Rose began to follow them. She was following them because they represented change. They represented something new, and she wanted to fight for that. So I love the idea of following us. It's like they weren't following her. In reality, she was following them. So again, I love everything about this episode. The idea, well, the fact that, Pearl was following the orders of Pink Diamond all along, but by doing that, she was ordered, well, not really ordered, but she was asked to imagine, which she took as an order, and she went with that. She made up this whole backstory of what happened with herself and Rose, not being Rose's gem, or Rose's pearl, but, not having an owner. And it's just so much of it extended from just a very basic beginning of a bored Pink Diamond who was given the opportunity, with help from a friend, a very close, loving friend, obviously, to imagine what more there could be. And she found out. So, yeah. Excellent, excellent episode. Now we're only falling apart. And now it is time to get into what's your problem? So let's begin that. And as we see, Ruby appears to have run off somewhere. Maybe with the others? I'm not sure. Or, well, I guess the only other one would be Amethyst. So I guess we'll find out. So let's get going in 3, 2, 1. What's your problem?
Wonderful and spontaneous. I have no idea what she could. Why would she be a cowboy?
What?
There. It's going.
Why would she?
She's going to come back. Yo, Steven, wait up. I'm coming too.
Okay.
I don't think Ruby used to stop messing around and come back to normal. You're the boss.
Whoa, hi.
We need to think.
So what's Amethyst doing exactly? So is she trying to cheer up Steven?
Here's your pizza with literally all the toppings. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Amethyst, we need to talk. Can't now, bud. Going to find Ruby. Let me help you with your feelings. Like that, dude. Future. Your friend forever. And I'm not gonna fall apart on you.
Oh.
Amethyst. So, I think you're officially the most mature crystal gem. I Oh no. Gross, that's what this is, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Now. There they are. Target spotted. Let's go in for a land.
And that's how it ends, obviously. La. All right. So, what's your problem? And that obviously refers to both Steven and Amethyst. God, both of these episodes are so good. So good. So, it was... I wasn't fully sure how to take how Amethyst was being at first. I was very confused. Because, well, I mean, obviously Steven was confused with the episode too, so clearly it was, you know, some crossed wires or a little bit of miscommunication on all parts, but this episode as a whole, I think it's really best summed up in the conversation that Amethyst and Steven have on the beach. Well, that and at the pizza place. But the episode as a whole, I feel like it reflects on the importance of open communication. Open communication with the people you care about, with the people that care about you. And also the importance of therapy. Because that's kind of what Amethyst was trying to do for Steven. She was trying to take his mind off of things because he's been thinking about all those. And I mean, that's not, you know, exactly therapy, but it evolved into that because Steven wanted to help Amethyst when he realized there was something wrong with her. And that came about because they started communicating. They started talking about what was bothering them, what was bothering Steven. Most of all there, it's like the whole deal with being Pink Diamond, being his mom, that whole situation. So, yeah, again, maybe it's a strange way to think about it, but for me this episode showed one of the biggest things is the importance of talking to those who care about you and talking to those who are able to help. And because Amethyst came after the Gem Wars, she's the youngest of the gem crystal gems, and Steven is clearly the youngest, being half human, half gem. But they're able to relate on that level. And Amethyst herself said that, paraphrasing obviously, that Steven has so much on his mind. He's such a good person. He wants to help everyone. But what kind of friend would she be if she were to dump another 1,000 years of confusion and just, you know, I can't remember the right word exactly, but basically another 1,000 years of problems on him. So, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff I wrote down, but like my favorite quote was basically when Amethyst was trying to run away. It's like, let me help you with your feelings! And just everything about that. I mean, I truly do feel that this episode boiled down to repeat myself yet again, the importance of having mature, loving people in your life, the importance of being able to communicate with those people and hopefully be one yourself. But also what Amethyst was trying to get Steven to do was to take time to worry about himself, to think about himself, to think about his happiness, and not just the happiness of others, not just trying to fix whatever was going on with everyone else. And I just absolutely love that, because the idea there is it's leaning towards self-care. It doesn't come out right out and say it, but part of this is just the idea of taking self-care for yourself, and not only expending all your energy in trying to help others and trying to fix everyone else's problems, because that'll just wear you out. And it's clear that Steven has been stretched thin, to say the least, for quite a while now. So yeah, I think that's really, without going too much more into it, I think that's the most important thing I want to say about this episode, is just everything that's implied there. And as for an adorable / hilarious moment, the part there at the beginning where Sapphire and Pearl are crying together, that was kind of adorable. So yeah, both of these episodes, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Some of the best storytelling, I think, that has been done on this show in general, on both accounts. So from here, yeah, I'm ready to see more. I know I'm almost caught up. In fact, the 2 episodes coming up next are The Question and Maid of Honor. And I'm not even gonna fully get into my thoughts based on those names, of those episode names alone, but I have a feeling that some happy times are ahead, finally. So yeah, I'm ready to get into The Question and Maid of Honor. Unfortunately, my camera's battery is about dead, so it needs to charge, and also I need to clear out the memory on my camera. So I'm going to take the time to edit these together and get it out to you all, and I will be getting into The Question and Maid of Honor as soon as I can. Until next time, everyone, I am Papa Kenn. Please, as always, leave your thoughts on these episodes and what I've had to say in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Later days.